14.1, making linear equations given conditions of being parallel and a given point or perpendicular. So let's take a look at what we have here. We want a new line that is going to be parallel to our old line, which is y equals 2x minus 5, and that new line has to go through 2, 3. Now, to help that make sense, let's take a look at what it looks like on paper. All right, so let's look at what y equals 2x minus 5 looks like. The minus 5 here is a y-intercept. So we go to 0, negative 5, and we locate the y-intercept, which is 0, negative 5. Now the slope right here is 2, and we're going to put a 1 underneath the 2 so we can get a rise number and a run number. So this is going to rise 2 and run 1 to get to the next point. So rise 2 and run 1, and we get to the next point. This point right here is the point x is 1, y is negative 3. So 1, negative 3. And we can also get another point by rising 2 and running 1 again. And we got yet another point here, which is x is 2, y is negative 1. And again, we can use the rise and run to get new points for the same line. That's a bad looking line, but that's it. Now, what we want is a brand new line that's going to go through the point 2, 3. The point 2, 3 is located here. X is 2, y is 3. This is the point 2, 3. And we want a new line that goes through that point. Not only a new line that goes through this point, but the new line has to be parallel to the old line. So the question is, how do we create that new line? Well, we're going to do that by using the slope-intercept form. This helps us create new lines, y equals mx plus b. And once we know the slope that we need and the b that we need, we will have the two numbers there, and we'll have the equation of the brand new line that will go through this point and be parallel. So let's start the process of finding that new line. Our old line is y equals 2x minus 5. The slope of this old line is 2. So let's look at the conditions that we need for the new line. So the new line has to be parallel. Okay, that's what those two lines mean. It has to be parallel. So the new line, and M2 will represent the slope of the new line. To be parallel means you have to use the same slope. So it's going to use a 2 as well. So the new line will use the 2. The new line will also use this new point, the 2, 3. So it's going to use the new slope here, which is 2, and the new point there. So let's create a new line using those parameters. So we'll go to y equals mx plus b, and we're going to put this new information in. So y is going to use the 3. The m is going to use the 2 here. Let me put that in red so we know that that's the new 2 and not the old 2. The x that's being used is going to be the x that's right here, which is that 2. So let's put in 2, and then plus the b that we're solving for. Okay, so let's simplify this. So this will be 3 equals 2 times 2 makes a 4, and then we get plus b. Now to isolate the b, we have to get rid of the positive 4. So the way we get rid of the positive 4 is by subtracting 4, and that'll cancel it. What you do to one side, you do to the other. And this combination right here, positive 3, negative 4, gives us negative 1. This combination cancels, and b is left on the right side. So b equals negative 1. Therefore, the y equals mx plus b can be now written as the new equation of y equals the new slope, the slope 2x, and then the b is going to be negative 1. So this is the new equation that we're looking for. Now, just to prove that this actually is the new equation, visually. Um, the y-intercept for this is 0, -1, which is right here. That's the y-intercept. Now, according to the slope, it should be rising 2 and running 1. So let's rise 2 and run 1. It takes us to this point right here, which is x is 1, y is 1. If I rise 2, run 1 again, I'm at the point 2, 3. So this actually creates a line that is parallel, and it does go through 2, 3. Okay, so let's tackle this problem right here. Here we have y equals 2/3 x minus 1. That's the old equation. And we're going to actually draw this old equation. Y equals 2x minus 1. Um, that would be, um, the y-intercept is 0, -1, which is right here. And so that's 0 minus 1. Let me see. Maybe I need a new graph because I want to use that space here. Okay. So we're going to use 0, -1. I'll put the coordinate over there. And then we're going to use the slope to rise 2 and run 3. So we're going to rise 2 and then we're going to run 3 to get the next point. Rise 2 and run 3 times. And so that's our new point, which is x is 3, y is 1. Okay. And again, you can use the slope over and over again. You can keep rising 2 and running 3 to get more points. Like this new point right here. I just found another one. This is x is 6, y is 3. 6 and 3. Okay, so this is the line. Now, we want a new line that goes through -3, 1. The new line will go through -3, 1. X is -3 and y is -1 is here. This is our -3, -1 point. And we want this to be parallel to our old. So that means that the current slope will label by M1 is 2/3, but the new slope is going to be parallel. So the new slope is also going to be 2/3. So this is going to be the new slope. And we also want to go through the point -3, -1. So let's create that new equation. So y equals mx plus b will get us started. And we'll start putting in all the information. So y is going to be -1. M is going to be this one right here, the 2/3 there. So let's put it in red so we know we're using this 2/3. And the x, according to this right here, is going to be a -3 and then plus b. Now let's start simplifying this. Now I'm multiplying a fraction times a integer. I want to make both of these a fraction. So this will be a 2/3 and this will be a -3/1. And they'll help me multiply them. Because numerator times numerator would give me 2 times -3, which is -6. And denominator times denominator gives me 3 times 1, which is 3. And I can simplify this. So this is still -1. So negative divided by positive is negative, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. And now I can solve for b by adding 2 to both sides. This combination right here will give me a 1. This will cancel, and this will be b. So my equation would be y, maybe I should write it in red because it's a new equation. Y equals the slope of 2/3 x, and the b would be a 1. All right, so let's make sure that this is the actual equation that we're looking for. So the y-intercept is 0, 1, which is right here. And it's going to rise 2 and run 3. So rise 2 and run 3 times. So that's the new point. And it looks like it works. That looks parallel to me. And again, I used 0. I got the 0, 1 there. And that one right there is a 3, 3. Okay, it does look parallel, and it definitely goes through -3, -1.